Hello friends, in this topic I am going to talk on how to choose a research topic. Well, this is a very common question among the students who are just starting their research work and want to have a career in the research field. So when you find this particular topic or search this particular topic on Google or on any other platform, you find different answers to this particular question and you will find many answers to that. I'm not saying that they are wrong or something. They are also right. You'll find different steps on how to find a research topic or something like that, but I am going to discuss what is the best practical way of finding a research topic for research. So why I am doing this, it's because it's very important and critical thing to pursue a research. Because what happens is, you are finding a research work or a research topic on which you want to work, right? And in between, if you find that I am not able to work on it, right, so that becomes a problem, because the time that you spent up to the point where you now know that uh, I cannot do work on this any further, so that particular time gets wasted. So it's very important to choose a proper research topic right from the beginning. Well, in this particular thing, professors do know different research topics, but always you must suppose that they can't give you any advice on this matter. Why I am saying this? Because any individual who wants to start this research work must do brainstorm on his own. All right, because a research is a very individual work, right? And professors and any other people who are going to be involved in this particular research are just the stakeholders. They are just going to be a supportive system for you. So you'll have to keep this thing in mind. Now, what and how to do this? Well, first of all, the first thing that you should do is to list the subjects you like or you are good in, right? Then, in those subjects, just list the topics that you were good in or you like the most, right? Or your concepts are very good in that, or the foundation that you have in that particular topic is up to the mark. All right, now you have to differentiate among those sorted out topics, and you'll have to pick one, right? Then what you should do is you should find the research papers on that. Well, I'm not saying that you should have a very lengthy literature review or something like that. No, just find the latest research papers, two or three, read those research papers, all right, so that you have a brief literature review on that, so that you know what are the recent works that have been done on this particular topic. All right, now when you are done with all these things, take all that you have searched to the professor who actually taught you that particular topic, or you know that that particular professor is going to understand or knows that particular topic. So you just uh, take all the notes, go to the professor and discuss with him. All right, now what are all the things that you must discuss? All right, so what is the possibility of that particular research, whether it is possible to do that research or not, whatever you are thinking in that particular topic. Second is, what can be the future aspect of that particular topic or research that you will be doing. For example, if I want to do research on control systems, so I'll have to discuss with my professor what are the future aspects of those controls, the control system that I am going to research. And in that control system there are many topics. I'm just giving you a broad view that, yes, for example, I did fractional control systems, so I knew what are the future aspects of fractional control systems. So that is the second thing that you should discuss with the professor. Now the third thing, which is the very important thing, is the availability of resources and the personal investment if required. If required, it is not like every time you'll have in every research work that you need to have a particular kind of investment. No, it is not like that. If you need to have any investment, then you should get it verified or get verified it by the professor, and also definitely the availability of resources in at college or any institute wherever you are going to carry out this particular research. Now this also is very important to have a very good relationship with the professor, because this is the initial point of actually creating a kind of relationship with your professor, because this shows how sincere you are, how good you are, right, and how much interested you are to pursue a particular kind of research, whatever research it is. This actually throws a very good impression on the professor. So this creates a bond between the you and the professor. Once this bond is created, then your work or your life becomes easy. So in future, when you take this research or you do this research, your professor will be a great help for you. If you don't do this, then certainly it becomes a bit difficult to discuss with your professor, because he doesn't have that particular kind of impression that you are very much interested in this particular topic or something like that. All right. So this is the initial point of establishing a relationship with your professor, which will be helpful for the future aspects and everything. So apart from all this, what you should look into or discuss with your professor is that if any extra knowledge is required or not. Extra knowledge means, for example, you are going to have a research work in artificial intelligence, or in artificial intelligence you are going to have uh, deep learning. All right. Now in deep learning you are going to go for image processing. Now since image processing is bit different topic, so for example, if you know how to do deep learning but you don't know how to do image processing, so that extra knowledge you must have, because without image processing you'll not be able to apply learning into that particular research. So like this you should come up with the and jot down the different topics that you should know properly, and at present you don't know about it. So jot down whatever you don't know extra, and then you just go and study about it. So that's the extra knowledge that you require. Now this is very lesser people or lesser research people need, and that is any kind of collaboration, because in some of the research some parts are completely associated with other department. So for example, if I did a research known as um, ameliorating the heating furnace system performance using fractional control systems. So I knew the control system part. I also studied what is fractional control system part, but I never knew what is heating furnace. I didn't know how to properly model it mathematically, how to have a dynamic model of that particular system. So I had to contact a different department, or I should have a particular. I never collaborated, but if I would have done collaboration, it would have been very good. So because heating furnace system is related to mechanical, and sometimes it is also related to some metallurgy or something like that department. I don't know exactly, but yes, definitely it is related to mechanical department. So if I wanted to collaborate with some student or any person of mechanical department, I could have done that. So that you should keep in mind. But it depends how much collaboration is needed. The collaboration is only needed when that particular part of the research plays a very significant role in your research. So that time you collaborate with them, you work on your topic, they work on that topic, you join them and you produce a particular kind of research. So this has to be kept in mind. Once all these things are sorted, right? Now what you have to do is try implementing a work that already exists. So what does that mean? Means whatever research work that you studied, the paper, right? During a brief literature review before going to the professor, that step you pick one. You studied 3 4 papers, pick one, right? Try to implement that work, right? This will help you to learn the basic things that are required to further research on that topic. So what happens is that you know where to start from, you know what are the basic things required every time while you pursue the research, right? So this is very important, because if you are not able to implement this thing, then you know that you are not good enough to pursue this particular research topic, so you can terminate from here, right? So always implement a work related to that which is already existing, no new work, already existing work, right? And when it is successfully implemented, you can move forward with your research on that particular topic. Now if you don't, then you have to go for another topic, like I said, and the whole process that I discussed has to be followed. Now coming to my way of selecting a research topic, right? Well, I'll say I never selected my research topic, to be honest. Sometimes it may happen that a professor may suggest you that this is a topic you may go and study and search on it, and you may come back with whatever you have studied, and then we may discuss. So when I was doing my masters, that time uh, I just contacted my professor that I want to do my thesis work, my master's thesis, under your supervision. So if you can suggest me any kind of topic that I can do. So he said that I have many papers, I have many materials. I'll send it to you. You just study and see whether you can do it or not. So he sent me, and that was completely based on fractional control system. But we didn't know, neither he knew nor I knew that what we are going to do with it. So I studied. I was quite comfortable with the topic. I was able to understand. I was able to implement some of the things. So I said that okay, we can go forward with this. But still there were some doubts which always remains. But we moved forward with that and we were quite successful in implementing what we wanted to. Now, when I started my PhD, my plan was to do something in control systems, and that and a research that is quite related to what I did in my masters. But that never happened. S- Well, when I prepared my research proposal, it was based on AI with control system, right? But when I entered as a PhD student, I was selected on that basis, that on the basis of my research proposal. But when I entered when I started my PhD studies, my research topic changed. But it didn't change during my PhD. From the starting of PhD, it changed. Because in PhD, the first 6 months are for literature review. You choose a topic and you do the literature review and everything. So during that time, I was suggested that instead of going for AI plus control system, I must go for the core AI sector along with some image processing. So I did that. So in this way, everything happened with me. So sometimes it, and this thing also was suggested by my supervisor. So you must have some kind of topic in your mind, and then the professor, when he knows that yes, this person knows what to do, what not to do, then he starts taking interest in you and he suggests many things, and you find it quite good. So always be prepared. All the steps that I already discussed with you right now a bit earlier, you should keep that thing in mind. Always be prepared whenever you are going to the professor to discuss about any research topic, because whenever you'll go, even if you go without preparing, the professor will say, just go and look for the topics. I can work with you on these particular topics. You can just go study on it. If you can work, you are welcome. We will discuss and we will choose a particular topic and we can start working on it. But instead of this, any professor, any professor will never be able to give you any kind of suggestion of picking a particular research topic, because everybody has his or her own way of choosing a particular research topic. And at the same time, the research work that you are carrying out, that you want to carry out, even the professor has never done a work on it. He might have done some preliminary works, but that has nothing to do with what you are going to do. So you cannot expect a professor to choose a research topic for you. He can only suggest you. For example, like I gave my example that I was very much convinced to do AI with control system, but what my professor did is he removed control system and he kept AI, complete AI with some image processing. So what he did is he knew that I know my what I know, the artificial intelligence topic. So on that basis, he had a trust on me, right? And then he suggested me that it has a future. AI is the future, so you should completely go into the core AI thing. So like this it happens. So be very very careful while you choose your research topic, because if the initial task has not been done properly, then you will waste your time, you will waste your money, and everything will be wasted and you'll be frustrated, because within, means, in between, if you are asked or if you think that I should change my research work or my research topic, it's really frustrating. It will take you nowhere and you will be stressed, you will be under pressure, because when you change your research topic, then again you'll have to do a research, you'll have to do the literature review and start implementing. So it's a very hectic task. It becomes very hectic, and also your research time may get increased if you're not able to cope up. So yeah, it's very 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 critical thing, and I hope whatever suggestions, the whatever steps I discussed here, they are quite practical, and you everybody can do that. It's nothing like, there is nothing like rocket science in this particular thing. So I hope this will help you, and all the best with your research work. I hope all of you who are, all of you out there who are about to start your research will definitely benefit from this particular discourse of mine. Thank you very much.